Hello, welcome to European Open Briefing for Wednesday, November the 28th. I'm Rafa Boyajian, currency analyst at XM.com, and we're going to be taking a look at what's happening in the currency markets today. The US dollar is trading close to 2-week highs, near those 17-month highs it touched early in November. The dollar gained yesterday initially on rising trade tensions, and even though those trade tensions have eased now, and we're seeing broad positive risk sentiment in the markets, the dollar later gained on the back of not so dovish remarks by Fed officials. The dollar index currently trading around 97.50, dollar yen slightly higher at 113.82, but the euro and the pound continues to struggle against their US counterpart. The euro is under pressure from well, we did see some fairly slightly dovish remarks by ECB officials early in the week, and we've got those the ongoing row between Italy and the European Commission. Sterling, of course, is down on doubts about whether or not May's Brexit deal will get through Parliament. If you have a look at commodity-linked currencies, the Canadian dollar is struggling despite the fact that we do have strong gains in oil prices this morning. WTI up by around 1% at the moment. If we have a look at the Australian dollar, it's mostly flat against the US dollar. It was doing better earlier in Asian trading. The Kiwi is also marginally higher. Taking a closer look now at the major pairs, we can see the dollar index continuing to make that steady path outwards since the mid-November. So yesterday, Fed Vice Chair Richard Clarida wasn't as cautious as he had been in earlier remarks. And we did also see other Fed officials also repeating the need for further rate hikes. So this gave the dollar a bit of a boost, and comes ahead of Fed Chair Powell's public appearance later today. That's due at 17 hours GMT. Looking at the euro, it continues to slide downwards. We've had more weak data this week, as well as slightly dovish ECB views, and of course the problems with the Italian budget. The European Commission looks set to take disciplinary action against Italy. Italy has made some compromises. It's offering a budget deficit of 2.2%, but the Commission is seeking something closer to 2%. And also yesterday, there was some reports that the US is considering imposing tariffs on all auto imports, so that also did pressure the euro a little bit. Sterling also not doing so well. It's fallen to 1.5-week low. So Parliament will vote on December 11th on Prime Minister May's Brexit deal, but it's unlikely that this will get through. There's several scenarios that can play out should the deal get rejected, such as a second referendum or fresh elections, and the pound is unlikely to find much support ahead of that vote in mid-December. Taking a quick look at the Australian dollar, we did see some weak Q3 construction numbers early in the day, but the Aussie was helped higher by improving risk appetite. So we had some comments from the White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow saying that President Trump thinks there's a good possibility a deal can be made with China. Trump and President Xi of China will meet at the G20 summit. So now we're seeing once again some optimism that progress can be made. Early in the week, of course, Trump threatened to impose additional tariffs on China, as well as talk of auto tariffs as well. And so now we're seeing once again some positive sentiment towards those talks. To watch out for the Australian dollar, though, later today or early tomorrow morning will be capital expenditure numbers. And also for the Canadian dollar, we're going to have GDP numbers for the third quarter on Friday. But ahead of that data, the loonie is struggling at 5-month lows. So the loonie hasn't really seen much support from that modest rebound we're seeing in oil prices. There are expectations that OPEC will cut output on December the 6th, and we do also have an outage in the North Sea. So that is at the moment providing some relief for oil. That's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.